Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Skyward, Issue 1. This is from 2018, Image Comics, written by Joe Henderson, artist Lee Garbett, colorist was Antonio Fabella, Simon Boland letterer, Rick Lopez Jr. editor. This opens with a typical family scene. We've got a husband and wife and a kid, and he's putting the kid down because she goes to sleep faster for him. And then suddenly gravity gives out, and he tries to make his way to the door so he can maybe save his wife, who's holding on to a telephone pole, but she jumps even though he says not to, and they don't quite make it. So she flies up into the sky. Meanwhile, he checks on the baby and she's fine, and that's Willa. 20 years later, we're about halfway through the book now, she is running along the sides of buildings and jumping off of thingies and whatnots. She's a messenger service delivery person for Rocket Messenger, and she's got this type of crush on a guy. His name's Edison, and she asks him about the before times in the long ago, but he doesn't really remember walking around because he doesn't have legs below the knees. And of course we get some silly humor where she's standing on her head, and she has to deliver an important package, but some guys try and rob her, and she has to use a firearm to escape and deliver this box of milk. But her dad thinks that he knows how to fix things, and that is the issue. Would I recommend this? No. It was boring. I can see why some people like it. It's a kind of interesting premise if you don't know anything about science, but no gravity changes a lot of things, like your bone structure, the size of your heart. Most of these people that were raised in the 20-year span would have an incredibly difficult time readjusting to gravity, and I think basically everything would be pretty well dead within a very short time if this were the reality of the Earth. I thought, okay, I could suspend disbelief pretty well. Fine, let's throw science out the window. We usually do in comics, that's fine. But the story just kind of didn't really catch me. I thought it was a little boring, but I tend to like superhero comics. If you're looking for something action-oriented, this is not it. This is a personal story, a character development book, and I can see why some people like it, but it's just not my thing. I didn't care for it. I'm not going to recommend it. I thought it was kind of boring and nothing really happened. It's clearly written for the trade paperback, and I don't have the interest in this issue to go any further with it, so I don't really care about the trade paperback version either. But otherwise, the paper quality's good, the art's okay, the writing's pretty solid, it's just not my thing. But that's just my take on it. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss future reviews, and we hope to see you on the next one.